Hello everybody and welcome to Let's Look at Slime Rancher. This game has been in early access for a while, still is in early access, but I definitely wanted to do a Let's Look at it. I didn't get a chance to do it when it first came out, but better late than never, right? And it is going to be a very brief Let's Look at, but I think, and don't quote me here, but I think this may turn out exactly how I felt about Starbound. That is, the current build is very empty, but when it finally releases, because obviously it's been out for a few months, they've had a few updates, and those few updates are fixing what buyers and fans said. You know, they said this is broke, fix this, fix this. They are slowly getting around to fixing it, and they are slowly getting around to adding all the stuff that they have promised and all the stuff that the fans want. So while there is nothing much to it right now, I think it might be becoming like Starbound, where I'm just like, because as the footage you're playing right now, or the footage you're seeing on screen right now, I've got about 20 hours into the game, and that's really all I'm kind of wanting to play. But with every update and me watching every update on YouTube, it's like, oh shit, it's getting better. And every so often I have popped in just to have a quick look, and it's like, yeah, this is definitely going the way of Starbound, where it's not quite as good right now, but it could be something amazing when it finally releases. So let's actually dive into Slime Rancher right now and get on to what it's about. And what it is about is obviously in the title. This is about slime ranching. So you are a space traveler that has been put onto a random slime planet, and your idea is you have to become a slime rancher by collecting the slimes, breeding the slimes, harvesting their poop, which is gems, and then selling the gems to the national space market to earn more money, to buy more upgrades, to keep doing it all over. And that's about it, and that's kind of where the game will fall a bit flat. You see, once you go deeper into the world, you start to find more rare and rare slimes. Like once you get to the jungle, you get the honey slime. Once you get to the radiation area, you get the radiation slime. And their poop, their gems, sell for a lot of money. So within about 5 hours, you can fully upgrade your jetpack, fully upgrade your vacuum thing, fully upgrade every slime pen, fully upgrade every little farming area. You can upgrade it all within about 5 hours of play. And once you've upgraded it all, that's it. There's nothing to go for. You know, there's a couple of achievements, but they're just like, discover the glass desert, collect this much money, get a golden slime to poop out 3 gold blocks like in a row, which is kind of impossible, I feel, but I've not really seen enough golden slimes to kind of make that assumption. And you can't catch the golden slimes, by the way, which I find slightly disappointing. But yeah, once you've got everything, you just kind of sit there. It's like, well, it's a bit like Animal Crossing. There's nothing more to do. I can't. There's no. It's not like RimWorld. You know, you're not buying parts to a ship to escape. You're not doing anything once you've got the most amount of money. Now, they said that they are going to add something, and that's why I'm saying this is going to be a very brief Let's Look at until they add it in the final release where I'll review it properly. But in terms of the actual gameplay though, despite it being over in about 5 hours, because once you've bought everything there's nothing to do, it's still very engaging. You know, the graphics are very bright and colourful. All the slimes look as adorable as fuck. Like, I want a plushie of each one of these slimes. Like, I just want a little row of like the pink one, the rock one, the honey one, the cat one. I just want like a little row of these slimes in resin or plush, because they all look absolutely adorable. And while I can't show it, because this footage, literally, I recorded this yesterday, and literally as I finished recording this, a new area got added, and for Crimson, who likes them, there is now a bat slime. And oh my gosh, the area with the bat slimes in, it's done by a completely different artist to get all of the glow effects on the mushrooms. it looks fantastic. Like the nighttime area, the bat area, bat cave, whatever it's called, looks absolutely stunning. So the graphics look absolutely stunning. All of the slimes look absolutely adorable, except for the tar. He's a scary guy because he eats your slimes. And the gameplay is solid. Like, it's very reminiscent of Luigi's Mansion in the fact that you've got like a Protogust 4000 on your back, you know, type of vacuum cleaner thing. So you can suck up the slimes like you suck up the ghosts. You can fire the slimes out into your breeding pens like you can shoot out the fireballs in Luigi's Mansion. And of course you've got a jetpack. And it's all controlled via an Xbox controller. So if you've got an Xbox controller, it is controller supported, which is fantastic. And it all flows very smoothly. Each area is really well designed. Like, you go into an area, it's got a nice array of slimes in the right areas, and it's just all with your jetpack. Like, you can pretty much get anywhere with the jetpack. Like, here's me getting into the glass desert before the glass desert was even released. Like, the jetpack's so fun to use because if you know how to use it, you can get into areas that you're not otherwise supposed to, and you can basically see the future update. Like, you can see the secret that's going to be added. So yeah, all the areas are very well designed. They incorporate the jetpack very nicely, even if the jetpack is a little broken, but I think that's kind of like the fun of it, because it's like, hey, we're working on a new area. If you want to see it, you've got to get good with the jetpack. So it's kind of like the little Easter egg. If you want to see what's coming next, you've got to be good with the jetpack. So the areas are very well designed and do work well around the jetpack, and you can get into the secret areas with the jetpack. Obviously, nice fluent movement. It runs at 1080p 60 frames per second on even a low-end PC. Like, I've had my friend look at this on his PC, which is a lot lower end, and it will run at, I wouldn't say 1080p all the time. Sorry, it does run at 1080p 60 frames per second. It doesn't run at 60 frames per second all the time on a low-end PC, but about 80% of the time, even on a low-end PC, he's still getting 1080p 60 frames per second. Usually it's about 40 or 50, but most of the time, 80% of the time, 1080p 60 frames per second, low-end machine. So it's been very well optimized, I must say. And that's, again, that's really all there is to it. Obviously, I've already given you the idea. You catch slimes, you put them in the cages, you breed the slimes, you sell the poops. You can create little gardens to get different strawberries to feed them, to make sure that you don't have to go out into the world if you choose not to go out into the world. And there's big slimes that will give you slime keys to get into new areas. But yeah, beyond that, that's really all there is to the gameplay right now. As I say, the bat slimes are new, and this new forest area, which I might check out, has new mechanics. So obviously the bat slimes fly, and you've got to use your jetpack to fly up and catch them. But then, like, when you get a cage, there's already like these phosphor slimes that can fly, but they can't fly up out the cage. I mean, they can fly up out the cage, but if you put a net on the top of the cage, like, they can't fly up out the net. But the bat ones apparently can break the net, so you've got to actually create special cages. So I'll have to check that out. But yeah, so as of right now, it's looking really good. I like where the developer's going with it, but there's not enough there to really comment on it. It's very much like Animal Crossing, you know, once you've caught the fish, dug up the fossils, and got your bells for the day, that's about it. And like with Animal Crossing, your whole goal is to pay off Tom Nook for your house, but then once you've, you know, bought your house, once you've paid off your debt to the Raccoon Mafia, there's nothing much more to go through. It's like you've paid off your debt. That's kind of it. You know, you can keep collecting fossils and selling fossils, but that's just for more bells, which you might be able to buy a special item now and again, but there's nothing more to Animal Crossing. And that's kind of where Slime Rancher is right now, where it's like, once you've upgraded all the cages and upgraded your jetpack and your Protogust, that's all there is. So I can't say much more than it looks really nice, the music is really zen and relaxing, and the gameplay is fun, even if it does get completed in about 5 or 6 hours. But with all of the updates that are coming, again, I do think it's going to be like Starbound, where once it is completely finished and they do add the story mode, it's going to potentially be one of my most played games, as Starbound is, because I've just been playing Starbound non-stop. So yeah, that is a brief let's look at. I will try, because it's coming up to Halloween, bonfire night, Christmas, you know, October, November, December. We have 3 holidays in England, you know, everybody has Halloween, everybody has bonfire, oh sorry, everybody has Christmas, but whereas America has Thanksgiving, you have Thanksgiving at the end of November, we have one at the beginning of November, on the 5th of November, which is bonfire night. So with October, November, December coming up, obviously my work has a lot of work for me to do. You've got to get all of the Halloween shit, you know, like all the candy on the shelves, all of the little broomsticks and shit in a little box, and you've got to change all the displays around for Halloween. Then the second that goes down, you've got to do it for the bonfire night, and then the second that goes down, you've got to do it for Christmas. So I've got a lot of work. I'm getting quite a few extra hours in my work, but I will try and get another video out today, because this was only like 10 minutes, and it was just a bit of Slime Ranch footage. But yes, thank you all for watching. What's tomorrow? If not today or tomorrow, I'm going to try and make an Overwatch video. So I'll say it's tomorrow, because I'm going to go and record the Overwatch footage now. But I'm going to be doing a analysis of Season 2, because Season 2 of Overwatch did change some stuff for the better, where like you don't lose your rank, so once you get to gold you can't go back down to silver, but the point system's still kind of screwed. Then they buffed a couple of characters like Hanzo, which was ridiculously overpowered. So there's a lot of stuff to go on about Season 2, so I'll probably record the footage for that now, and then I'll record all of the audio later on tonight, and then I'll edit it all together tomorrow. So yes, look forward to tomorrow, where we've got the Overwatch Season 2 analysis. But for now, thank you all very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please do feel free to leave a like. If you are enjoying all of the content and you don't want to miss out, then do feel free to subscribe. And as always, there are links in the description below to my Twitter and my Patreon if you want to follow me there or go that extra mile. But for now, thank you all for watching, and I will see all of you in the next one.